All right, well, welcome back, everyone. Today is all about dusting off my various modes of transportation, and I mean that both literally and figuratively. I just want to get out on all of my various two-wheeled vehicles today, just to make sure everything's running smoothly, there's no kinks in the system, and really prep myself for a fun season of riding. I've had no issues with the bike. A couple of screws have come loose, had to tighten up, typical type maintenance stuff, but no major problems with the Brompton. The other thing that I wanted to do today was to talk about my weekend and my successful first adventure of the season. And when I say that, I'm talking about the Tour de Mesa, the 45-mile bike ride that I took part in this past weekend down in Mesa, Arizona, and finished successfully, although not without a few hiccups, I must say.
Well, it is 20 minutes past the start and we are still waiting to start. Not a good look for the race management here. We're losing precious cool temperatures. It's already probably like 80.
So I will go into some detail about exactly what I mean once we get out on the next bike. Field test number 1 complete. She's running like a champ. All right, so we got the Specialized out now. We're gonna take her for a little spin. This is the bike that I took on my ride this weekend, Tour de Mesa, and it did perform quite well. So I've been putting quite a few miles on it since getting it out for the season, over 200 miles just in the last few weeks. So that's good. I've really been quite thrilled with this bike. Regarding the Tour de Mesa, the race management was terrible. So, for starters, the race was supposed to start at 7 a.m. We did not start until 8:40, an hour and 40 minutes late. And the best part is, the reason for that is they contracted a company to put out the traffic barriers, and they just forgot to do it. Somebody overslept or something. So we had to wait for them to put out the barriers. So that was the first bad part. The second bad part was there was one aid station and it was terribly marked, so we missed it on the first loop, which was fine. We had plenty of fluids, but it was just frustrating. It had very similar vibes to sort of a very intense road marathon where everyone was very competitive, everyone's looking at your gear, staring you up and down, and because it was a loop course, all the race leaders passed us at mile 30, and they were super aggressive and brushing shoulders with us, and it's like out of the Tour de France or something. It was really insane. So didn't particularly care for that either. But it was really good riding with my friends and just having a really fun day. And also, because it was in Mesa and because it started almost 2 hours late, it got really hot towards the end. We're talking like 90s. And, I'm not used to those kind of temps. I live in Flagstaff, where our summer temps aren't even that high. So it was pretty rough, but I think just spending a weekend away with friends was worth it. But the good news is that my bike performed beautifully, and I'm really happy with this purchase. For those of you wondering, I ride a Specialized Diverge Comp E5. All right. I'm starting to get a little worried about old Scootie. I think maybe she's finally starting to shows symptoms of her age, I guess is the way I would say it. I've noticed that it's been struggling a little bit with acceleration, sputtering a little bit, and you know, I just probably carburetor related, but I don't know that I really have the patience or the desire to try and get in there and do a proper carb cleaning. I might. It actually would be good practice for me to disassemble the carb and clean the jets and such. I mean, the other thing is that, I mean, I probably should be running a different jet altogether because I am at 7,000 feet, and I never adjusted the carb from sea level, so it's running probably super rich because it's putting way more fuel in the engine that it should be for this amount of oxygen. All right, let's give this baby a whirl and see if it starts up. Ooh, it's definitely sluggish. All right. Seems like it's working. My mentality at this point with the scooter has been, I am simply going to ride it until it breaks down. And when it finally does give up the ghost, that will be the end of it for me. And considering I paid $500 for it on a street corner, I'm not going to put any real money into fixing it up, sadly. I'm sorry, Scootie. Don't give up on me just yet. I didn't mean to offend you, but I mean, there's like plastic that's rattling, there's pieces falling off. I've got duct tape holding parts of it together. I've never changed the CVT belt, so that, I mean, that thing could snap at any point. The tires are still pretty good, but I did check the dates on them, and they are 8 years old now, despite the low tread use. All right, what else do I have to update you on? I suppose the next big thing to update you on is that this weekend, coming up in 5 days, I've got the Zion 100, 100K trail race. So I'm going to be running 62 miles through the woods, well, through the canyons, really, the open canyons of Zion National Park. I mean, that sentence almost sounds comical because it's just going to be so amazingly awesome. Oh yeah, the scooter just sputtered there a little bit. Probably didn't come out on camera, but it kind of like jerked a little bit. All right, well, not too bad. Still seems to be running okay. Only one little hiccup there, which is good. All right, we are in business. Here we go. Let's see how she starts up. Beautiful. Started right up. It just feels good to be on the Himalayan, especially in this kind of weather. Finally getting some nice spring weather consistently too. We had our last little spit of snow, gosh, about 10 days ago, and it's been pretty quiet ever since. Oh, there's a little patch of snow right there still on that north facing hill, but right, so what were we talking about? We were talking about the Zion 100. I think, I mean, I looked at the elevation profile, and it's definitely going to be spicy. There's some serious elevation gain on this course, but I think it's going to be fun. And I'm just really looking forward to spending 12 plus hours exploring some trails and a part of the country I've never seen before. Despite living only a few hours from one of the most beautiful parts of Utah and the country, I've never actually been up there to explore in earnest. So it'll be really nice. It'll be really fun. Oh yeah, she's still got it. Man, it feels good. I really want to get out on some more miles here, but sadly I really can't. I still got work to do today. So I unfortunately can't really spend too much time on these different modes of transportation because I'm supposed to be working right now. So that's okay. This was a little mental health break, and I got to dust off all the machines and myself a little bit, clean out the lactic acid in my muscles from this past weekend, and everything seems to be working swimmingly. All of the vehicles are operating well. So thanks everybody. I had a lot of fun just zipping around today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I'm looking forward to running loops around Zion here in just 5 days. See ya.